what's going on, everybody? Jesse James, Black Floor Clothing. Hey, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm doing some cabinets, and I got a little touch-up paint. Mostly what's going on. Start off with a little story, but at the very end, if you want to hang out, towards the end of the video, I got two stories at the end. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Y'all know what it is. Appreciate y'all. God bless. Oh, I'm gonna talk about old Ranger here. He thinks he knows what he's talking about. You know what? If he was ever half the man he thinks he is, he always says that he comes up here to West Virginia. I don't buy that for a minute. I'd like to challenge him to a little 5 minute. We'll take a little 5 minute mud, and we'll see who's the handyman of the world here, bud.
5 minute mud showdown.
Yeah, the 5 minute mud showdown. We're talking. Run to the truck, grab your pan while the clock's a ticking.
Hold on. You gotta put the pan and knives and everything in different spots.
Yeah. Yeah, and then run around, mix the mud, try to get everything you can get filled. Oh, Dad, get him smoked there, son. Who knows? I don't know. Well, I was running behind this morning, kind of, and now I'm definitely. Oh, I still got my blinkers. I still got my hazards on. Now I'm definitely running behind. Old Dad just got himself an issued citation. Let's see, uniform citation. He just got pulled over. You know why? I'll tell you why. You don't know why you went there. No seatbelt. No seatbelt. Wasn't breaking no rules, wasn't breaking no laws, nothing. No stupid seatbelt. How'd you know that? Well, I guess you can see it. But I didn't think they'd take you pull you over for no seatbelt. I don't know. When he came up, I was like, sir, just want to let you know I got my pistol on me. And he's like, yeah, you're good. I don't care. And that's how the cops are nowadays. That's years ago when I was, years ago, I mean, they used to freak out about it. But now it's just, because all 3 states around here are constitutional carry. He's like, oh yeah, you're good, I don't care. It was just like, oh, all right. He's more worried about the stupid seatbelt than he was my pistol, which is good. I'd rather him, whatever. And what's cool about Kentucky tickets are super cheap, but everything else is super expensive. Like, you're going to get picked up on, like, your what is it called, your property well tax, something like that. So like, instead of paying for your vehicles once you buy it, pay the tax on your vehicles, you pay that price of vehicle every year. So the newer vehicle you got, the more tax you're gonna pay. But then the tickets are really cheap, $25, super accurate. But anyway, it's just James Black Floor on the way to Lowe's. Got to pick up the rest of this Lowe's order. So I'll be heading there now. And getting that ticket kind of just reminds me of a little story. Let's keep our story time rolling. All right. It was me, James Fletcher, Mark Conley, and my dad. We was out one day, and this is in the evening. Let's say between 4 and 7, with sun stuff and going into winter. So it's almost getting dusty. You still see real good out. We're on this it's half chert rock and half dirt road, right? Half chert rock, half dirt road. It's called the Muck in Willard, Ohio. There's nothing. Thousands and thousands of acres of just flat farm fields. So everybody goes out there. We call it booze cruising. This is years ago. We call it booze cruising. Really, just you get with your buddies or whatever. You just drive around, drink a couple beers. Just drive around. There's nothing to do. So that's entertainment. Is just drive around, drink beer. Not to get drunk, but just drink beer, have a good time, and talk, have heart to hearts. Anyway, we was talking. We was all laughing, joking, cutting up, and over on the wood line, we see this monster buck. I'm talking a dandy. A1 Boone and Crockett. Hey, put the smack down on its size deer. We ain't had no guns on us. We was drinking, and so we're driving. And I stop, and we're all whooping and hollering at this stupid deer, and it ain't moving with its head's going up and it's looking around. Oh, girl. And James Fletcher gets out, starts whistling at it, and he just got his door open. He's kind of almost walking towards it. And then this game warden and his deputies come out of nowhere, pistols drawn, yelling and screaming, saying, get down, get down. And they're ransacking the car, thinking we got guns. They think we're going to shoot this thing. It's a fake deer, but it looked real. It's a fake deer, but it looked real. And man, I tell you what, we were scared, terrified. We all thought we was going to jail. And by rights, probably should have. But they took our beer, and they give us each a open container.
Works is there's two party if two different demographics hate each other. You know what I mean? So they rely on us not getting along. That's the whole thing. That's why this whole system works. We all go to the same slaughter. And it's true, you know.
That's very true.
And that's why everybody we're going to do with today. We're doing these cabinets and talking politics and
Alright, sitting in a trailer trying to keep from going insane. The week's been a long one, it's finally time to play. Grab a 6-pack of beer and a bottle of gin. Shot at Jimmy Beam, let the party begin. Put some John on the jukebox, Jones may not show. Working and slaving 10, 12 hours a day. Working like a dog just to bring home minimum wage. When the boss man says it's quitting time, I head to the honky tonks to unwind. Put some John on the jukebox, Jones may not show. I got my best jeans on and a cool one in my hand. I'm tapping my toes to the music of a country band. I'll have me a drink, maybe 3 or 4. Grab me a woman and hit the floor. Put some John on the jukebox, Jones may not show. Little baby's got her jeans on, Lord, she's looking fine. The boys in the band are cooking on a country line. Few more rounds and she'll be ready to go down to my shack in Ohio. Put some John on the jukebox, Jones may not show. Got my best jeans on and a cool one in my hand. I'm tapping my toes to the music of a country band. I'll have me a drink, maybe 3 or 4. Grab me a woman and hit the floor. Put some John on the jukebox, Jones may not show. Put some John on the jukebox, Jones may not show. Put some John on the jukebox, Jones may not show. No, Jones, you just never know. Yeah.
so we're
Go through, double check all of his.
we're gonna go through and double check it, just kind of milking the clock, right?
Oh, yeah. He's all still.
That's one thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, what else? Oh, golly. Stupid thing. Alright, okay, that was a little. Well, what we had to fix here? Oh, I had to move the baseboard down. Had a little gap-a-rooney in it. Had to fill that up. Retouch this paint here. You can go ahead and watch paint dry. Go ahead and watch paint dry with me. I don't even feel the tree. That's not it. We already have, like, people talk bad about crypto, but the thing in crypto is Well, with Bitcoin, let's look at Bitcoin, the Mac Daddy of them all.
Yep.
Why is Bitcoin powerful? It's not because it's not real money. It's not because it's not you can't touch it, can't feel it. It's not whatever, and it's still based off the gold dollar, but it can't be manipulated. Like gold can't be manipulated, but you can always find more gold, but you can always mine for more Bitcoin.
Into a certain
But it's capped.
Okay.
It's capped, and it can't, and it's you can't just like how they printed trillions. Like, look at the price of inflation right now because they just sent out trillions of dollars. That's why I like what they're doing with what Elon and the guys are doing with Doge. They're going line by line. It's not they're not cutting a bunch, but they're cutting a bunch.
They're cutting everything that I can think of. Everything for like normal Americans to get cut.
And at the Federal Reserve, we have been a digital dollar, which is cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
We've been a digital dollar since we've went off of the gold standard in '67.
Right.
Pretty much. It's not technically digital dollar, but if you want to make a trip, like if I went to my bank, you went to your bank, and you want to send me money, all they're going to do is move ones and zeros.
Exactly.
Same thing as, but
that makes perfect sense.
it's a disruption. They
that
can't.
Makes perfect sense.
It's a disruption. They can't stand it. They can't stand it. But they're going to come in, and you got the Sam Bankman-Frieds of the world. That was the guy who owned. God, what was it? FTX. And he had a big FTX.
That's the fucking guy that stole all that money.
Well, here's how he did it. He valued it. This is the problem with crypto right now.
Yep.
This is what's scary. It's like, let's say this drill right here, it's already got a set value by the market. But if I take and make a different version of it, and I say, I think that's worth 100,000 a piece, and I'm going to inflate the supply, so you just dictate your own price. So that's how a crypto company is worth